Out there, guys, another day, another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Shinobido 2. Shinobido, if you don't know, is a ninja stealth action game. If you've ever played the old Tenchu games back on the PlayStation 1, Shinobido is actually developed by the original Tenchu developers. So Tenchu eventually got pawned off to another developer. However, Shinobido is made by the original Tenchu developers. They are developing at Acquire. The game is published by Spike in Japan. So I believe there were two PlayStation 2 Shinobido games as well as a PSP Shinobido game. And if I am correct, I think one of the PS2 games as well as the PSP game got released over in Europe. However, I believe that this Shinobido 2 will be the first Shinobido to release in the States. It will be coming to the States, and I believe it is a launch game. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. This demo actually just came up on the store yesterday. So I'll just guide you through the demo a little bit, show you what Shinobido is all about. Basically, though, a stealth action ninja game. Game seems quite fun. The game that came out on the PSP, the Shinobido game, did not really review very well when it came out. Obviously, there were some things that the PSP could not do, graphic-wise and all of that, especially with the controls as well. So it wasn't very well received by Japanese gamers. However, this game has been quite well received. I was quite surprised when I was looking up some user reviews of this game and saw that actually it seems to be faring quite well. So this might be one of those games that was a launch game that I missed out on, but I'll go back and pick up just because of how well it's doing now. So this basically tells you how to control. It controls basically very similarly to how you think it would control. Don't worry too much about these screens now. I will be showing you. Basically the demo here is a big tutorial on how to play the game. So I'll just be showing you the basic functions, how most of it works. Alright, so it's basically going to guide us through here, tell us how to do, basic fundamental moves. So yeah, X is your jump move. If you hold R, you can kind of crouch and latch onto walls and things like that. You also have a compass right here in the top left corner of your screen that basically points you to where you should go. And anytime you can press that compass to pull up the map of the level. Okay, so here is the generally what the game looks like. You play as a ninja. You can jump. You have a katana that you can attack with. You can do typical ninja things, running on walls, things like that. Very cool. If you hold R against walls, you can, do this typical, stealthy stuff. Circle will allow you to dash. Yeah. So basically, this part is just getting me acquainted with the controls here. All right. So now it's going to talk a little bit about stealth kills. So if you sneak up behind somebody and press the triangle button, yeah, you get a stealth kill from behind, very similar to the old Tenchu games. You see these eyes over here, those are buttons. If you are close to enemies, these buttons will pop up, and we'll give you a bit of a view of the enemy so you can have a feel for where they are at. It's kind of like a sixth sense of your ninja. So you can do stealth kills like that. You can do jumping kills. Yeah, I mean the whole thing. Yeah, so as you can kind of hear that sound that pops up, that's kind of the, press triangle now kind of sound, where if you press triangle at the right time, you'll get the stealth kill. So there we go. So on to the next part here. Basically about latching onto walls, and then if you go over to the corner, obviously you can peek around the wall. Very much that Metal Gear Solid vibe. Climbing up. As well as, jumping down off walls, things like that. So yeah, at the end of these, this basic tutorial at the beginning of the game here, you do play, an initial mission in the game. So yeah, we'll get to that and show that off as well. Just a bit more of the tutorial here. This is about item usage. So if you hold R, press circle, and then use the D-pad, you can throw items. So yeah, very cool. Let's see, I'm trying to remember what it wants me to do here. Huh. Oh, there we go. Just had to use the right item. Okay, and now just a basic, reach the point of the compass part again. Let me set myself on fire there. There we go. And I think that might be it for the tutorials. Let's take a look and see. Oh, not quite yet. One more thing here. So in this game, new to the Shinobido series, if you have an eye over here and you can see a guy, if you have enough of a gauge here, and this depends on the enemy themselves, if you hold triangle, it will pick the guy. And you can actually take them over, basically. And while you're doing that, if you put in the command here, basically it's screwing with the guy's head, so you can get a quick kill on him. So this will come in handy for guys that are typically hard to kill. And again, this isn't something that you can just do anytime. It depends on your meter. Your meter has to be at a certain level. Depends on the enemy. Some enemies you can't even do it with, obviously. Yeah, and so weaker enemies, yeah, you can do it more often, but stronger enemies won't really allow you to do it. Now I believe we're on to the mission. Yeah, so here it is. Obviously just a 1-star mission. You get the whole briefing at the beginning here, the backstory for what's going on. Yeah, and when you're ready, jump right into the mission. As you can see so far, probably, this game is actually pretty cool. The whole stealthy aspect of it is very fun. The mission-based kind of gameplay is very cool. So here we go. Basically, the mission is to assassinate that fat, drunk guy that it showed there at the beginning. So. And again, I've got my compass in the top right kind of guiding me here. Crap, press the wrong button. Fortunately, back in the ninja days, they didn't have walkie-talkies to, tell all their friends. So again, using that eye that pops up, I can kind of see where the enemy's at. And if you'll see, that's the fat drunk guy already. So I came in kind of a back way here. I only had to kill one guard to get to him. So now I just want to make sure I sneak up on him to get the stealth kill. Oh, and it looks like he noticed something was amiss. So why don't I go out and kill some of his guards instead? As you can see, I'm not much of a stealthy ninja today. When I played it yesterday, I cleared the whole thing completely stealthily, but it's not quite working out for me today. Alright, looks like we've got someone here. Well, anyway, yeah, I think you've generally seen what the game is all about now. At least, you know, the very beginner level here. So why don't we go assassinate that dude? Whoops. So this is the point where, you know, all of his guards would basically come and destroy me if he had many guards. But this is the first level of the game, so there you go. So yeah, that's Shinobido 2. Pretty pleasantly surprised. The stealth gameplay looks fun. I just completely failed at it there. So there you go. You get graded. You can level up, actually, from the points that you get from the level. I got a double S yesterday. This time it looks like I end up with a grade of A. So there you have it. And yeah, it just gives you a little more information on the game here. Obviously it's a demo. It wants to sell you on the game. And there you go. That's the end of the demo. So this is actually a game that I'm going to take a look at. I might end up picking this up. This game seems really fun. I'm a pretty big stealth action game fan, and I did really like what I saw of the demo. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I'll try to get some more gameplay videos up soon.